Is it on? Are we live? Are we live? I see. Are we live? Oh, we are live. My mic is not moving. Can my mic hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Okay. I'm actually going live on the podcast, Podbean, and YouTube, guys. I want to thank you for tuning in for another episode of Black Nutrition for Your Soul. Oh, my mouth is dry. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying this new thing. I just started this YouTube channel and simultaneously do it with the podcast Podbeam. So you can follow us on Facebook by the same name, Black Nutrition for Your Soul, Instagram, Black Nutrition for Your Soul, Twitter, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, we're on all platforms. We are a new podcast, not new in the sense I just relaunched it. Didn't know what I really wanted to bring to the show, but I figured that if I do it my way and take all the noise out, it won't matter as much what people think. So yeah, I said, okay, let me just do a YouTube video and see how that goes simultaneously. And so this is where I am. I bought me some new headphones. My hat's off. Headphones. I got me a new mic. This is how the YouTubers do it, so I'm going to try to do it myself. New headphone. New mic. It is the Toner TC30. And I'll put the link to it from Amazon in the caption or in the description, how the YouTubers say it. And you guys let me know how I do with this YouTube video. This is the new headphones that I'm using, Fusion. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'll put the link to it in the description. It actually comes with a extra mic. So if I don't want to use the toner mic, I could just use the headphone mic. I was using this mic here, the TKGOU, but it didn't sound too well once I wanted to, get to a larger audience and a better sound quality as well. So I joined the Clubhouse, this app. If it wasn't for my husband, I wouldn't know what it is. But I joined this Clubhouse, and originally I wasn't going to be involved in it, listen to it at all. I just had it because people were talking about it. Let me move this out the way. So yesterday, I decided to get on, and I found this group called the Elite. Let me see. The Clubhouse Elite is what they call themselves, and it's by Xavier West, or better known as LME Tunchi, who is the host. And I just was listening, and I'll go back on. I'll go back in. I'll tap in later on after the podcast because they're usually on all day. But I was on from probably 4 in the afternoon to 1 in the morning, just listening, and people giving the stories. They're pitching their business ideas. They're just testifying in their own way on how they got to where they are in their business ventures. This man Tunchi has given a platform for individuals to express themselves and be themselves, but also show respect. They call the women queens, and they call them the men kings, and you can't call them any other names other than that, because that's what they are. They won't allow that. The queens always have the first question, and the kings always ask their question afterwards. No matter what, and they'll nip it in the bud if it's not like that. But that's not the reason I want to bring it up. I want to bring it up because, there's a lot of people out there who don't have the influence or the group of people with them that will help them. They don't have that network. And I found out that I thought I had the network, but I realized I didn't have the network. And so my social media wasn't growing as fast as I wanted to. My Facebook followers, it wasn't growing as fast as I wanted to. Just all in general. And when I pictured this podcast, I pictured it would be something for everyone. It would be amazing. It would be something that would engage everyone. So when it was going slow, I kind of got in my feelings a little bit. Didn't know really what to do. So the podcast stopped for a minute. And then I relaunched it, which is where we are today. And, being in the Elite Clubhouse yesterday and following Tunchi's program that he had, the free program that he allowed us to use, which was simple. And it was like, why didn't I think of this before? Which was, he wanted everyone in the group to go to everyone's page who was on stage. And if you raise your hand, you're now not a part of the audience. You're on stage. You're part of the moderator, the speakers. And you followed each one. And you liked the page. And you commented on one or two of their pictures, and they would do the same to you. But then you would go down if you see that they had a blue check, and you would like the person whoever comment with the blue check, whoever blue check is verified, whoever liked that comment, whoever the verified person was who liked that comment, you would heart that that like, and people would see that. And it would just be a trickle-down effect on your page. And so what happened was, on my podcast page, I actually doubled my followers overnight. Black Nutrition for Your Soul Instagram. Please go follow. Like and subscribe. Do this show. Tell someone about it. Black Nutrition for Your Soul. It's just me, just having conversation, just talking about our culture, talking about our lives, and just trying to inspire and just be a voice for our people. But so, right now, I just started the Instagram page during COVID. So only prior to going into that group, I only had 23 followers. And then after, right now, I'm up to 115, I think I am, 115 followers, and it keeps growing. Also, my Twitter page as well, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. And it was just, I saw the network and the connection. People were commenting on my artwork or my videos that I made for the show, and it was conversation. People who followed me before I could even follow them were commenting me and DMing me, and it was just a connection that I never really got into social media like that, so I loved it. It was a connection. I built a network just within overnight, truly. So I'm all saying that only because the Elite Club Elite on Clubhouse, join it. It's really good. Tunchi Xavier is his real name, which is on his Clubhouse. Follow me on Clubhouse as well at Just Joshing You. But yeah, go follow it. If you have a business, small business, go tell somebody about it. in the Elite Clubhouse, they will follow you back, and trust me, your followers, if you're looking for that, will grow. It's a special thing. He charges for it. I mean, he does this for a living. But in the Clubhouse, Tunchi, LME Tunchi is what he calls himself. He's just giving this out for free, and people just on there just telling their business about their business, what they're doing, and telling a testimony about the business, where they are now and how it has grown. So I enjoyed it. I hope you will too. So on the same topic of Clubhouse, I was in this group with Van Jones, Terry Crews, MC Hammer. It was called the Virtual Dinner Party. It had VJ Pondy in there, and it was hosted by, I think, Felicia Horowitz. If I said the last name wrong, I apologize. It was just so informing. They were talking about the vaccine. And so I recently got a letter from my doctor talking about that I'm able to get the vaccine now. It said, I can go anywhere and just show him the letter, and I'll be able to get the vaccine. I haven't gotten the vaccine. I have not gotten the vaccine yet. I don't know if I will. My grandmother got it. She said her arm was hurting for a little while. I don't know. We'll see. However, they were talking about the vaccine. This guy, I can't remember his name. He was talking about how the vaccine is a victim of its own success. And talking about how we cured polio and all these other things. So he was saying, COVID is rewinding. COVID is rewinding the clock. Going back to the fear polio, where there was no treatment at the time. And he was saying how COVID takes us back to the day that living in fear, where we didn't trust anyone. Now we have a vaccine, and we need to trust the science. And he was just saying, we can't go back to, especially our community, the Black community, can't go back to living in fear, because it's something that we need. But as I said, I don't know if I will ever do it, if I will do it. He said there were 3 types of vaccine. He brought this up, and he was like, there's one it's called avoiding getting a disease, and then there's one that's treating the symptom of the disease, and the last one is the cure of the disease. And the avoiding getting the disease is like taking a Tylenol. The treatment for the symptom is the vaccine. That's 2, and the cure of the disease is short. It's a short supply. We don't have that yet, so we have more of the avoidance of getting a disease is Tylenol than any other thing. And I thought that was so important to know that we're short on cure for any disease, really, but we have more preventive medicine, Tylenol, than anything. He also talked about how they used to use pigs as to treat diabetes back in the day. Didn't know that. That was fascinating to know. So, quote of the day. I'm always trying to be, optimistic. I'm a very optimistic person. Optimism is in my blood. I believe in hope and peace, and I believe that that one day we all will be united in one heart, and all this anger and stuff. And people say, yeah, that's a dream. Yeah, it is a dream, but we can always dream. It's not a bad thing. I love hoping and I love wishing. Sometimes my wishes, they come true and sometimes they don't. But the quote I wanted to say is no more excuses. No more self-sabotage. No more self-pity. No more comparing yourself to others. Time to step up, take action right now, and start living your life with purpose. And it's by Anton St. Martin. Pretty sure it's an old quote, but when I saw it, I loved it. No more excuses, no more self-sabotage, no more self-pity, no more comparing yourself to others. Time to step up and take action right now. Start believing in yourself. Start knowing that you are more than just a number. There's no one more important than you. Taking control of your own life. I talked about that on my last podcast. Taking control of your own life and your own value, your own evaluation of yourself. Not allowing others to devalue you, disrespect you. Remember to like and subscribe. Tell somebody about it. This is just a conversation. This is what I love to do. Love to get on my podcast and just talk. I love talking to myself. So this is just me talking to myself and hoping that you benefit from this somehow, some way. I'm a Christian man. I love God. Gospel is my foundation. There will be no other foundation for me. I listen to gospel, Kurt Franklin, Fred Hammond. Abiding by the word of God is, law for me. I love family. Just giving you guys a little bit about me. I love family. I love my family. I'm here in New York City, and most of my family is in Tennessee, where I'm from. So sometimes it's hard to see them. Hopefully I can see them soon, maybe for April 1st or something like that. April Fool's, something like that. I enjoy laughing. Hopefully with this podcast and this YouTube show, I can present more of myself. I'm going to start doing skits, not live skits, so they won't be on YouTube. They'll be on on Podbean. They'll be on Apple, Spotify, and other platforms. So just be an audio skit. Planning on doing a lot more with this podcast, showing you a lot more of me, my husband, my friends, my life. It's not fun by all means, but it's me. Black Nutrition is a brand, is a business for me, and I plan on growing it way outside of this podcast. Clothing brand, food, whatever it could. I could bring out of this and put into the world something that's worth giving to you guys. But yeah, I'm going to have more content on YouTube. I'm going to have more content for Podbean, my podcast, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. Like I said, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Whatever you guys want me to talk about, I'll talk about. Whatever you want to know, I'll do my best to inform you. I love reading. Right now I am reading excuse me, I hit my head on the window. The Barack Obama, The Promised Land book. And I am reading, I'm telling you guys this on the podcast, Unfuck Yourself, Get Out of Your Head and Into Your Own Life. I pinned this part in the book because I wanted to before I got off. This was just a quick show for YouTube, just to see how I do and how I look and all that good stuff. But I put a pin in this book on this part of this quote of Unfuck Yourself by Gary Johnson Bishop. I do love saying that, but I'm probably going to have to bleep that out on the YouTube channel. But it says, life won't stop for you. Excuse me. Life won't stop for your pauses and procrastinations. It won't stop for your confusion or fear. It will continue right along without you. Take that. Remember that. I'll say it again. Life won't stop for your pauses and procrastinations. It won't stop for your confusions or fear. It will continue right along without you. Until next show, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. Remember, I said you can follow us on Instagram, Black Nutrition for Your Soul, Twitter, Black Nutrition for Your Soul, Facebook, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. So that's about it. I just want to just have a conversation each time I get on here. It's never going to be planned or scripted out. When I do stuff like this, it's always just going to be, I do have Black Nutrition mugs, Black Nutrition shirts. It's just going to be me speaking from my heart. It may not always be what you guys want to hear, what you like to hear, but it's just me speaking from my heart, and that's all I can do. This podcast is more about me, and it's not about you. It's one of my favorite sayings. It's just me expressing myself and talking more about me than anything else. I think that's the best therapy. And, don't always like talking to someone or going to talk to someone. I'm always in my head. I'm always thinking, but I know and I understand that the best therapy is when you're able to talk things out. And this right here is that therapy for me. It's like riding a bike. I enjoy riding a bike. If you ever see me in New York City, I'm always riding a bike. Not in the wintertime, but summertime. I'm always riding a bike. That's therapeutic for me. It's like getting a Swedish massage. It's everything that we want. So this is what this YouTube channel, this podcast is for me. I'll keep expressing that. Teaching, helping I can teach and inspire and give you a little something to me. So if you haven't listened to any of my shows, you can go to my Instagram page, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. There's a link to it. Will be a link to this show, the actual podcast, not the YouTube channel, on Podbean or Spotify or Apple. I'll give you all that. You can actually go and listen to the other past. I think there's like 9 other shows dating back to when we were in quarantine and the George Floyd, and let's not forget, all those situations were going on. The protests, if you go to my Instagram, you'll see I was involved in the protest. So I'm not just speaking just to speak. I'll be speaking on things because I was there. But also, I want to learn from other people as well. So as much as I want to gain knowledge, I want to give knowledge as well that I've gained from other people. So thank you guys for listening. This is just me rambling on right now. Until next show, Black Nutrition for Your Soul. Thank you, girls. I gotta go eat. And remember, always be unapologetically Black. And if it ain't the real thing, what you looking for?